Your defense is right.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to talk some shop? The boss and the boss. Fucking shop with the boss and the boss.
Would like us to fucking change that.
Fucking shop with the boss and the boss.
You talking about change?
Fucking shop with the boss and the boss.
He gets a boner every time he sees
Fucking
that.
shop with the boss and the boss.
I got y'all playing on my TV.
Wait, what are you talking about boners for?
Just Aaron Morgan specific. What's up, everybody? We are late as fuck. Like a week and a half late.
Week and a half?
For
We're
episode
2
one.
weeks late. We didn't have shows. Well, oh, actually, we're 2.5. Wait.
No, we're a week and a half late. We were supposed to have one last Monday. We were supposed to have one this Monday, and now it's Wednesday. That's 1 week and a half. 10 days to be precise. Now, we're all here. We're all bald as fuck.
We are bald.
Welcome.
You know what?
All of us. Bald as
Hey,
fuck.
bro, bald is beautiful, okay? Whether you're a man or a woman or somewhere in between, bald is beautiful.
Just
Yes.
remember, if you're bald, it means you're packing.
And just remember, I'm too sexy for my hair. That's why it isn't there.
So we finally got our shit together after almost a couple weeks to give you an actual episode. By the way, if you don't know who we are, just tell them who we are, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't use my real name. We've been over this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are your tonight handsome, heavyweight, humble co-host trio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am just but 1/3 the lunchbox. That is one word, capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. Joined up top by my badass brother in bullshit and badassery, the big bong blaster, Mike motherfucking Vanek. Good evening, brother.
You know, when you ain't got nothing else going on, you bring on the associate producer to fucking fuck everything up.
Hey, we planned on bringing you because this is a topic for you. And to my left.
Other way.
Stupid reverse camera.
There we go. Oh.
I bring to you the dastardly bastard, the master of disaster, that super party crasher. He is not a haberdasher because he does not make his own. He is not a half-asser. He is Brandon, the boss, Blacker.
Hey, that was pretty good.
On the screen.
What?
I'm a sponsor. Why isn't my logo on the screen?
Because you're on the screen.
You're here sponsoring you. All right.
Hey, people actually know your name. We got people in the chat actually saying Vanek sucks, so they know what you're all about. So it's okay, man.
That guy has bucks.
Mary Martha was what, a dare? Like, to be bald or like...
I mean, if it was a dare for me to be bald, then it wasn't me who dared it.
Right? Who the fuck dared this shit? Fuck them and the horse they fucking rode in on.
Oh, dude. Props on the aborted t-shirt.
Thank you. Got it from Jennifer Halon. She has all the cool shirts.
Stay out.
Oh, yeah. Metal Jen's t-shirt
That's
giveaways.
Yeah, so...
And no, Mary Martha, it is not a dare. We are all legitimately bald.
So back in high school, I legit had like... I mean, I'm sure you guys had good hair too, but like I legit had like Jonathan Taylor Thomas hair. Like,
At flowing blonde locks.
Yeah, dude, like at the height of Home Improvement, just all the way down to my shoulders type of hair. And then I fucked it all up by doing every day in high school by spiking it up just like Wayne Static. And eventually that shit fell out. Turns out glue and the colored products that you would usually buy from Hot Topic, like the red, blue, and green, like hair glue or whatever. Yeah, that's not good to put in your hair.
So is that your excuse? It's not the genetics?
No, actually, everybody, everybody on my male side of the family has full heads of hair.
What about your mom's side?
There's not many of them, but yeah, they have hair.
Okay. See, my great grandpa, I've always heard for years, baldness comes from the mother's side, and I stand before you today as absolute and utter fucking bullshit, because my father's mother's dad, my great grandpa Kelly Wesley, 94 years old, died with a full luscious head of white hair. My mom's dad, Johnny Funk, died at 65 with those long flowing locks that we all used to have. Now, my grandpa has been pretty much bald doing the monk thing as long as I can remember. My dad started going bald at like 30, and then yours truly started really losing his hair right at about 28, 29. Should have shaved it off a lot earlier than I did, but I couldn't let it go. And I feel bad, man, himself. Young Hoobadoob has already got the fucking circle where you can see how he's going to go bald. Like, you guys have seen, my kid's got gorgeous hair. Yes. Gorgeous, thick, luscious hair. But I can already see that dot right there. He was born with it, where the Ussery gene will take over and he will be bald by 20.
I used to rock a vicious-ass mohawk back in the day, as Brother Dave will tell you. And I had fucking hair down to my ass back in the 90s, so I don't know.
Hey, man, sometimes that shit just falls out, dude. Like Kevin Carr, Uncle Dad. Uncle Dad.
Hey, what's up, Shane? How you doing? Kevin Carr, thank you. Jordan, as always.
Jordan's on drugs.
Jordan's on drugs. Buy your t-shirt at MikeVanekSucks.com.
They took it down.
Oh, they took it down?
Did my Mike Vanek Sucks logo that I got from Morocco was a racial slur.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
See, and I thought it said Coke Vanek Sucks, but then after you explained it to me, I understood what you were talking about.
I remember when you first showed us the design, I was like, hey, bro, that doesn't look very good. You might want to get that changed. And you're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Right, we didn't think it was going to get it banned, though. We just thought it looked shitty.
112 pages of designs got taken down.
God damn, fuck. 112 pages? Yeah. We can't even find our own page.
Dude, it's cool. I am denounced. Shirts fucking suck. I think next time I'll just foot the bill and we'll go hit up my merch guy and we'll just fucking sell shirts, like, off our backs. Like, we'll go guerrilla tactics on it. Speaking of guerrilla tactics,
Public shirts came out way better than mine.
Dude, the shirts look great, and then we washed them.
Dude, they turn into muscle shirts, man. Fucking.
No, dude, they turn into logoless fucking black bullshit.
Seriously, mine's perfect still.
Mine's good.
Dude, mine. How often have you worn yours, Brandon?
Like once a week.
Yeah, mine's in regular rotation.
Well, it's like once a week, but I also have legitimately, like, I don't know, 180 band shirts, so.
Said mine was in regular rotation. Mine fucked off. My wife's fucked off. Like.
It sounds like a party.
Sounds like wash your.
Yeah, I do have shit, and I have Los Banos water too.
Hey, Kevin, we're going to talk about Metallica a little bit later. Oh, actually, let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about Aftershock for a second here. So,
sponsorship.
Yeah, sponsorship. Well, speaking of sponsorship, we want to thank Danny Weimer Productions for sending us tickets to Aftershock Festival for all of our hard work, telling you guys about the Aftershock Festival. They are sold out, but yes, Metallica is playing 2 of those nights. And why are they playing all of Aftershock? Because it's Metallica. Metallica could do whatever the hell they want.
Right, as opposed to having a 3-hour set, we get 2 1-hour sets.
Which is probably better.
Yeah, a lot less set exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean, Lars Ulrich will be exhausted.
Holy shit! Craig's watching. Fuck Craig. Fuck
Wait.
Craig because he's not on a 30-day.
Wait,
Whoop, whoop.
wait, Craig is watching?
Craig is actually
Magic
watching.
Ninja, what?
Just what? Why isn't Brandon's band playing? Why isn't my band playing? Why aren't more NorCal bands playing?
I would have more of a chance of playing Aftershock, but you guys would have more of a chance of playing The Gathering of the Juggalos, so it would work just fine.
That's debatable, man. I think. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're on tours and albums, but as far as big national shows, I think we got you on that.
I think you do. I mean, you guys have played with everybody from like David Bowie to I don't know, Susie and the Banshees to
From Beyond the Grave and
from
shit.
Beyond the Grave, like
Piss.
yeah, Abysmal Piss, like. You guys have played with everybody. I mean, you guys are just some little fucking band whores, you little sluts, getting on all those shows.
It's all about the hustle.
Deicide, Exodus, Forbidden. Do I need to keep going?
I'm so excited for the Exodus Testament show coming up in November.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh wait, that's right. Kevin's band plays Sunday.
Where do you play, Kevin? Tell the chat where you play. Maybe somebody will get up off their butt and go see a live show.
Just like we did last Thursday.
That's right. So, but yeah, we can't thank Danny Weimer Productions enough for sending us awesome free tickets so we can go and enjoy ourselves at the Aftershock Festival and have a good time and cover it. We will be taking video. We'll be taking audio. We'll be taking, nudes. We'll be taking all sorts of things at the Aftershock Festival. No actual press passes, though, yet. We shall see. Yeah. There's still time for that.
There is still time. It hasn't happened. We might show up and they throw press passes in our laps.
Absolutely.
We don't know.
But the cool thing is we're going to Aftershock for free for all the hard work and all of your eyes staring at us. So thank you very much, everybody in the chat.
Thank you. They wouldn't have gave them to us if it wasn't for y'all. So I raise my left-handed milk stout nitro to you. And Mike Vanek flips us all off.
Mike Vanek, what are you drinking tonight?
I got diet beer.
Okay. Michelob Ultra, that's a step above Bud Light, so cool stuff.
Pfizer, I don't know where you get that shit from. I just went to Walgreens with the stepdaughter the other night, and it's the only beer they had that I would drink.
Okay. No.
I got you. Well, and you're back. Are you back on that? You two would want to die death metal life coach workout.
Bro, I am sporting a nice fat belly.
Hey, by the way, tell our viewers about your TikTok channel.
That would be the wife's TikTok channel.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Just likes to make fun of me.
I love it, but your death metal life coach was hilarious.
My death metal life coach, you too can want to die. 4 easy steps. Number 1, starve yourself. Number 2, starve yourself. Number 3, get plenty of exercise. Number 4, starve yourself.
Yeah, that's very fitting. I mean, if you want to fit into those really cool black clothes and leather corsets of death metal, then you need to have the death metal diet.
You have no idea what death metal is all about.
What's up, JoJo? What's up,
Death
Francisco?
metal.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Death metal is about smoking blunts and drinking beer and wearing deicide t-shirts.
And apparently killing people and sacrificing people or what was the name of that one band that did all that? They just killed a bunch of people and then became famous.
Mayhem is black metal, not death metal.
Oh, okay. How about this? How important are subgenres to metal?
I don't consider it. It's all just metal to me.
I think they're a problem, actually. I think the whole subgenrealizing it, to me, it's for we had this discuss. I forget who we had the discussion with, but it's for the fans. You know, it's for fans to decipher different pockets and stylistic things for themselves.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the end, like...
You list subgenre, I'll give you my favorite band for each one.
That's fair. Okay, the Beatles.
No, he said list the genre, you dick.
Oh, okay. How about this? Rock and roll.
Led Zeppelin.
Definitely.
Aerosmith. No, AC/DC.
That's what yeah.
Night Ranger.
I
Really?
love Night Ranger.
I love like 2 albums, but those 2 albums are amazing.
Give me another genre.
All right, okay. Thrash metal.
Exodus.
I was gonna say, how did you even like need to fucking guess on that one? Like, he was gonna say Suburban Paranoia, weren't you?
No. I know better than that.
Yeah.
What thrash do you like, Davey?
You know, I'm not a huge thrash guy, but I'd probably like. Fuck. Like, it's hard for me to pick a favorite because it's not really my genre. Like, closest thing I'd say would be, and I know it doesn't really count, but it's close enough, is Our Boys in Hatred.
Okay, so you like Exodus. Got it.
No, because I like it much better with our boy Cody at the helm.
No, Cody is beautiful. He has beautiful vocals.
But they're in the studio as we speak, recording their new album.
Yes, they are.
I know, dude, and they're coming here.
Yeah, and I'm ordering it.
Dude, I'm gonna. I wish go because I've got either Black Bomb that night, or if I just decide I can't get up the mountain to be up at 6 o'clock the next morning at work, I think I'm just gonna watch the Nick Diaz fight.
Speaking of Black Bomb, is Sonora still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Sonora. That fire got contained pretty quick.
What about South Lake Tahoe?
Haven't heard a lot of updates, but I haven't heard it's gone.
Lake Tahoe is simmering, so to speak. It's improving. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Got hit by a hurricane, and it sucked balls.
What is a hurricane like back east? I've never dealt with one, so please give us that description.
That's good. We don't have
shitloads of wind. A lot of flood down south in Louisiana. New York got hit really hard with flooding. Nashville it does a big C loop and kind of skips over us. We get a shitload of rain though every time. But you know, I definitely wouldn't want to be in Louisiana right now.
Definitely not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm nervous that I Hate God's going to cancel because of the fucking bullshit.
Speaking of that, who's your favorite grindcore band?
The Meat Shits.
Exhumed.
Just because their guitar player's one of my 5 best friends in the whole world.
3 ball.
Decent fucker.
Let's see. Mine would have to be either Anal Cunt or The Locust.
I booked Anal Cunt at the got me to book Anal Cunt, the Fat Cat, and then called me that day and was like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. And then my wife, who's, you know, we had just gotten together, made me go to the venue and apologized to Anal Cunt and basically just hit me up for dope.
That was one of the best shows I've ever seen. I got to see Anal Cunt and Anal Mucus in a backyard at a barbecue.
I saw Anal Cunt and Anal Blast at the fucking workshop.
I saw Anal Blast and the Meat Shits at the workshop.
So much ass and shit. I love it.
So much anal.
Speaking of ass and shit, let's talk about and of course, Mike, please give your 2 cents. But let's talk about the Megadeth show we just went to. So, Lunchbox, Lenny, Jen and I, we went to the Concord Pavilion and we went and saw Megadeth, Lamb of God, Trivium, and Hatebreed. How did you feel about the show, Mr. Box?
Dude, it was a solid show. It's one of those things where it's 4 headliners, really. Like, I've seen those bands headline their own tours at worst, moderate-sized venues. Right. Megadeth is probably the only one of them that's an arena band, really, at least on a headlining sense. I've seen, Lamb of God headline the Fox, Hatebreed headline, Ace of Spades and bigger venues like that. I've seen Trivium at what's that? San Francisco.
I watched Lamb of God headline fucking Sounds of the Underground.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. I was there for that. No, not San Jose. I was there for San Jose, Mountain View. Yeah, Mountain View.
Mountain View, San Jose, same shit. But either way, like, it was 4 bands that are all capable of headlining. Hatebreed, I bust chops about them having, all of 3 songs, but they're live. They're a lot of fun live. Like,
the guitar players in the scene, dude.
Yeah.
Well, dude, and Jamie Jost is aging backwards.
Yeah, he is, dude. So you remember back during Headbangers Ball? Excuse me. You remember seeing Jamie Josta do his thing? Well,
yeah, he looked like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, well, he looks even younger now. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, like when I saw him in 2001 Ozfest, like he looked like a 25-year-old man. He now looks like a 21-year-old man.
Hey, what's up, Al Baker? Thank you for joining us. We're currently talking about the Megadeth show that we went to at the Concord Pavilion. So yeah, dude, the show started out with Hatebreed, which it was such a bitch because you guys had my ticket and I had such a boner because I wanted to go see Hatebreed because I'm a hardcore kid. And I was like, come on, guys. They start at 6 and you guys are at the bottom of the parking lot. They're like, come down. I'm like, I'm fat. I just walked up the entire hill, and you guys are down here.
So you definitely could use walking back down it and back up it again, fatty.
And then when I try to get my ticket, Tristan's like walking away from me. I'm like, Tristan, can I get my ticket, please? And he's just like, oh, do you want this?
Oh, at that point, he was fucking like, and dude, like you definitely got in there in time to get down there for Hatebreed. I walked in, I was halfway to the stage, and they stopped, and the only reason I stopped is because my cousin, who I haven't seen in like 8-10 years, fucking came running up at me.
Wait, so what? Oh, was that why? I thought you guys waited with Jenna to go get like a lift or something.
No, we let Jenna, Keith, and Eve take the lift to get brought up to the hill, and they got dumped out. And it was funny because Tristan and I were walking up, and they got right as we were coming by that road. So like it was perfect timing.
Right. So Mike, let me ask you a question. So out there in Virginia, like, are people following like pandemic rules, or is it just regular life out there?
Dude, nobody gives a fuck. It's business as usual. We got skipped over the first time. Now people are just, I live in Trump country. Nobody gives a fuck. A majority of people are just like, it's the flu. You know what I mean? My ass wears a mask. I'm vaccinated, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But our hospital, out of all the people that are sick right now, I think in the hospital 2 are vaccinated. Of all the people that have died, 1 was vaccinated.
All right, let's move on. This is depressing. Brandon, how dare you bring up
Now, hold on a second. There's a reason for this. So the reason I say this is because we're out here. We're in California where people are supposedly taking this whole pandemic seriously, But when you got to the Concord Pavilion, you could have fooled me because out of 20,000 people, there was maybe 100 wearing masks.
Bro, I'm going to Tennessee next week to go see I Hate God. And I'm telling you right now, there's no way I'm taking my mask. I'm keeping my mask off with Dub in the hotel room, dude. I'm telling you, there's taking 2 masks and a bag of paper.
What was that, Dave?
I was saying you kept yours on the entire time. I got a little lax, like, and after a while, I was only hanging out with people I knew. See how that turned out, but
that's another story we don't have to get into. Everybody is okay, by the way. Like, this was a good show, but it was definitely an eye opener, especially like what we've been around here in California. Like Mike said, everybody out in his area, it's just a normal day. But showing up, like even on the Concord Pavilion's website, it was like, hey, we're not even checking vaccinations or negative tests until October 4th. So it was the Wild West out where we were. Sort of like, oh, shit.
I think a lot of that's just training their staff to do it right. I really think that's because, dude, that's a big venue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about what happened at the Violent show in Fresno?
Sure did.
God.
So,
well, dude, Strummers is a lot more closed in than fucking Concord Pavilion.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying though. I'm just saying, shit's happening, and I'm glad y'all are all right.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, before we get any farther, and we'll just end this right here. Take COVID seriously. That's all we got to say. So
That's it.
Hey, I gotta go take a Nick's user break. I'll be right back.
That's fine. Anyways, dude, like, as we're at the show, like, did Trivium play the songs you wanted to hear?
No.
What did you want to hear, man?
Oh, dude, come on. Don't act like Trivium played this marathon. My only complaint with the entirety of the show is everybody was relegated to 45 minutes or less. Right. Like, and therein lies the whole. I mean, don't get me wrong. That 45 minutes is the entire Hatebreed catalog twice. But
one 40-minute breakdown.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but I kid. But seriously, their songs are short. But anyway, Trivium is the kind of band that, like, they don't even get warmed up until they're 30, 40 minutes into their set.
Right.
Like, they start strong. They're a great band. They came out swinging with a lot of new material, but I mean, on a show where they're the second band up, and that's another thing about, not pandemic again, but curfew was taken very seriously on this go round. Like, hey, 6 o'clock.
Boom.
Not 6:15, not 6:32 like most metal shows. 6 o'clock. Like, bam. It was very timely. Grateful for it. Just kind of sucked that it honestly felt like Lamb of God played the most songs. I mean, Megadeth played as long of a set as Lamb of God did, but, that's just because, Dave Mustaine would go off on his tangents.
Dude, okay.
And,
So, hold on a second. There was a point in the show, I don't know where you were. I was with your wife at this point, but we were watching Megadeth from the stairs. And all of a sudden, Dave Mustaine came out, and he's like, yeah, dip. We're like, what the fuck just happened? Did Dave Mustaine turn Cajun on us?
I have one Megadeth question. How was Lomenzo on bass?
It's fine.
Solid, dude. Like, remember, we were all way up. Like, at that point, like, I was hanging out. I was mostly running around with my Modesto posse in their seats. But, it was fine, dude. It wasn't, honestly, I was pretty tanked at that point.
Yeah.
So I got to the point where I wanted to see Trivium and then all my friends.
And it happened, I guess.
What?
How was Alex?
Oh, dude, solid as fuck. And Matt Heath even mentioned, he's like, our Modesto. Anybody from Modesto?
The whole crowd.
Modesto roared.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Lots of representation.
And then every other area, not so much. But Modesto fucking roared.
Fun fact, I booked Alex Ben's very first show at Modesto Center Plaza with Better Left Unsaid.
Oh, he was in wow, okay.
No. His first band, the Wrath of Medusa, they opened for Better Left Unsaid at Modesto Center Plaza.
You mean Wrath of Vesuvius?
No, Medusa.
Okay.
Wrath of Medusa is a band altogether.
They're just they're just now called Wrath.
For whatever reason, I thought he was in them.
Bunch of fucking posers.
And we don't bring that up here. Go. But yeah, no. Everybody was good. Like nobody turned in a bad set at all. It's just it was, dude. Like it was literally less than a 5-hour night. Like Megadeth said goodnight at 10:30.
And I was in the car.
Yeah.
I was in the car at 10:10.
I finished it out.
Yeah. Okay. So before we get to your story, everyone knows I'm not the biggest Megadeth fan. But even I have to admit, Megadeth is great live. Even though
Great.
you can't understand a damn word Dave Mustaine says up there.
Let's correct you. It's not Megadeth anymore. It's Megadouche.
Megadouche!
And I'm going to tell you this right now. Even though I do not agree with what he did, and I think he's a big fat fucking douchebag, and I'm, passed up the chance to meet him because Bret Hart was 4 tables down. But without Dave Jr., I don't think that's really Megadeth, dude.
That's fair.
Dude, am I glad they got rid of him for what he did? Yeah, dude, that's pretty dumb.
So, what he's speaking about is Dave Ellefson. That's his name?
Ellis.
Yeah. So
Us calling him Dave Jr.
Yeah, Dave Jr. So I guess he just sent a video of himself whacking off to somebody.
Multiple videos.
Yeah, multiple videos. And I guess they were a little uncalled for, so they kicked him out of Megadeth, I guess specifically for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of tension there, but I think that was the straw that broke the camel.
I was like, all right, we can fire him moment.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We've been waiting for this. Let's eat Poe right now. This
Thank God.
What's up, Madam J? Good
Hello,
evening.
Madam J.
Hello.
So, yeah, by the way, let's get to your story and...
No, I'm not trying to tell my story.
So, okay, I'll tell your story.
No, please don't.
Aww.
No, dude, fuck that. That's kind of private. Seriously, I did something stupid I'm embarrassed about.
All right. He doesn't want to tell the story, that's fine. So, basically, you haven't seen us for a couple weeks, and that's because I fucked up.
Oh.
Okay. Technology fucked
fair.
up.
This
Foobar, thank you very much. There was a big steaming pile of foobar right in the middle of my keyboard. Yeah, so we had this whole game show thing that we were trying to do with Madam J, Tracy LeBray, with Joseph Rush from Nothing But Losers, and it was going to be a lot of fun. It was going to be called That's Some Bullshit, and we're gonna deal with that at a later time. But we're going to do that in person.
With all the fucking stress that it took me to figure out what story I had to fucking tell, to find out it happened, kind of the way, hey, Davey, fuck your rules.
I know. We got that on
See,
video.
the thing is Mike Vanek does not understand that time constraints exist. You know, that's why his shows always ran late.
Hey, dude. Hey, I don't worry about time. Time worries about me.
Is that why they call you Father Time?
Hey, fuck off.
Oh, beautifully delivered. Beautifully delivered. No,
Go ahead.
so out. Like we had one problem after another, and
So I had I'll just plain out and say it. I had a nervous breakdown. I flipped my shit. So every single week when we do this, some weeks are way easier to handle because there's a lot to do. On my end, I'm clicking things, I'm moving things. I got things queued up. I got things I have to get rid of. There's a lot of things going on that I deal with that you guys don't necessarily see, but you see when I put it on the screen. So as we're getting ready for the show, the most important part of the show is the video of our guests. And it wouldn't work. None of them would work. So we would have 5 videos, and we've done game shows before with 5 guests, and it worked okay. And this time it wouldn't work. So
at all.
So we would pull one guest in. So we'd have 3 people, it'd be fine. Then we'd pull a 4th guest in. Then the 3rd guest would disappear, and then the 4th guest would disappear, and then the
4th guest would throw the size of the fucking screen.
So all you see is one big blue Skype box. It was a giant train wreck. I spent about an hour after 8 o'clock, because we always start at 8 o'clock, and by about 8:45, I had lost my shit. Twice. I was yelling at Lunchbox. I was saying things I didn't mean. I was slamming my fist on the desk. I was mad. I was done.
Oh, dude, and it didn't help that we're in there, and like Tracy's trying to get ready for the show, and like do the makeup, grab a snack real quick, and Brandon's trying to figure this all out. So Tracy starts clicking buttons, and she puts us in together mode, where like everybody except Brandon sitting there next to each other in a giant amphitheater is shit. And then fucking we all click off that screen, and all we see is Brandon just fucking frowning and shaking his head furiously from side to side.
Of the show's laying in bed over there waiting for the vacation before you all to go live, and I'm just like, is this gonna happen?
Nope.
Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen?
And then Monday, something came up that had to be dealt with. So here we are today on a Wednesday, talking shit to you guys. So
wait, you want everybody to tell them that I do something dumb, but you can't out. We had a potential COVID exposure. We both tested negative. And the discussion,
okay.
And to get the notice that we may have come into contact with this, we all directed our resources at getting tested in the blink of an eye.
By the way, nothing but love to the person that came up positive. I love y'all.
Yeah.
Persons, she should be. I know you ain't got nothing better to do. Get that.
Yeah, so it's been a tumultuous couple weeks here at Talking Shop with the Boss the Box, but you know what? We're here, and tell them what we're doing next Monday. And we're not done yet, though, but tell them what we're doing next Monday.
Did you get the graphic ready, too?
I did not.
You son of a bitch.
I can. Give me a second.
All right, I'll spiel. Okay, as you guys know, Talking Shop with the Boston Box is about talking to friends, our family, our compatriots out there on the road, and people that are more successful than us. It's the most guests that you would care about, guests that you want to talk to that you might not get a chance to talk to. You know, we were fortunate enough to get Steve from Skin Lab. We were fortunate enough to get David Howard Thornton himself. You know, Clank, Chad from Hemlock before they struck back out on tour. You know, and very rarely do we really get to the two, where it's not only we get to talk to a friend, but we get to talk to somebody who's had these world-class experiences. So next Monday night, we are pleased to bring to you, and only from Impending Doom, Oceano, and Adonia, and that's just currently. He's also in such bands as The Devastated, Oceano, Vitiate, The Helitons, but most importantly to most people, me and Mike Vanek met this guy, and Brandon saw him in a little band y'all may remember from back in the day called Hostility.
Back in the day when 4R meant something in metal.
And, gentlemen, there it is. Andrew Holzbar from Impending Doom, Obliviated, and Anadonia. Next week, live at 8 p.m. on Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box. And this is my boy, man. I go back with this cat. When I was a 17-year-old promoter booking shows in Los Banos, I went to the and there was a sealed envelope with, you know, bubble wrap and all that shit. And when I opened it up, it's my first press package. There's an 8x10 glossy. There's a biography all on laminated paper. And there's an album that I still hold near and dear to my heart called Conditioned to Fail, waiting for me.
Can I tell?
And 20 fucking years ago, guys.
Can I tell the story?
Which one?
The one where I let them crash in my living room. We had to go to work at the Fat Cat. Came home that night and, hey, dude, you guys can have whatever you want in the fridge. Take a shower. Do whatever you gotta do. I gotta go to work. Came home that night and my refrigerator was shrink wrap closed, and there was spray paint on my wall that said Hostility was here.
And you know why that happened? Because I was there when you were telling them they could stay at your house, and you were like, Hostility was here painted on my wall. And you just gave these fucking 5-year-olds an idea. Like, that was the most pro and, in my opinion, best band to ever come out of Northern California in that time frame. Period.
On the map.
Yeah, not debate, but in the end, these were just 4 outstanding musicians and performers who also loved to act like a bunch of little stupid kids, and they would shrink wrap your house. Fucking right, Hostility was here on your walls. Like.
They're going to be a big part of something we're going to be announcing at the end of the show.
Yes, they are. Actually, okay. I got some news I ain't even told you yet.
Okay, well, I haven't told you that. We're going to be announcing that at the end of this show.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, next this coming Monday, the 14th. I think it's the
13th.
September 13th. We have Andrew Holzbar from 6 Trillion Bands that are awesome bands. So,
and I don't know who made that flyer, but he did a damn good
ladies
job.
and gentlemen, Mike Vanek, thank you very much. Every single week, he gives us our flyers. He makes the flyers. He makes us look good. I make us sound good, and Dave just talks a lot. So, good job, everybody.
Personally, my talking a lot is what really says. I mean, if we're going to split hairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Lunchbox gets a gold star.
Yes! So, moving on to the root subject, ladies and gentlemen. We already talked about our metal shows. Now let's talk about hoes.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm still on this pro wrestling high. Like, I'm going to take what CM Punk said on Twitter and say pro wrestling is fun again, and I'm going to echo that statement. AEW's All Out pay-per-view made wrestling fun again.
I'll co-sign that.
It was my WrestleMania and probably the best pay-per-view I've seen in a very long time. Probably one of the best ever.
SummerSlam 16 was the last thing I could think that stood up from a pure wrestling surprises and big moment standpoint. You're right, man. It's hard to look back and think of a specific pay-per-view that just... I'll get to how that could be a negative in a bit.
It reminded me of Starrcade 97. Just the epicness of it all.
Bash at the Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment Hogan turned heel.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison.
No, I mean, we haven't talked wrestling since CM Punk showed back up, and I'm sorry, Brandon, I'll yield the floor to you here in a minute. But I truly think that with the return of CM Punk, the night he returned, we witnessed the beginning of the next important time in wrestling. Just, dude's got star power that, yes, he's a two-time UFC loser. Regardless,
No.
people know his name,
One
and they
time.
also... I'm sorry, one-time loser and one no contest. Because the result was overturned for a marijuana conviction. But either way, like, the star power that is just something undeniable. And then the other surprises that we'll get to are so big in the world.
Right.
You know? And it makes for some, you know, the phrase I hate and everybody else loves, dream matches.
Well, absolutely. So the thing that I got out of this pay-per-view was you felt that turning moment. So, you know, you knew it was special because CM Punk, as a pro wrestler, was wrestling that night, coming back to wrestling after such a shit show at WWE, taking 7 years
Coming
off,
home.
coming home to
home.
Chicago. Like, dude.
Coming home to professional wrestling.
In Chicago.
Yeah, no, professional wrestling as a sport, because I don't consider WWE professional wrestling. That's sports entertainment. And as he said in his first promo, he left professional wrestling in 2005 when he walked out of Ring of Honor, and now he's back. And besides the whole, you know, you could totally see him calling his match. That's the only complaint I have. He walked in there like he hadn't missed a beat. That knee popped out there, dude. You know,
dude, both sleeps. Both sleeps were so pretty. Especially
the look on his
the last
face
one.
after the first one when he knocked Darby out. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Well,
It didn't look so much like it's not supposed to happen versus fuck, man, now I gotta go down there and get him. That's why he just waited on the count out. He's like, nah, he can get up, dude. Like, he knows.
well, you can legitimately tell that Punk himself was happy to be there, not only because of the hometown crowd, but just being in the ring and doing the thing. You could tell on his face that he has welcomed it back to him, because it was such a negative thing to him for the last almost a decade. So for him to come back and start feeling it, like, you could absolutely just tell that he was enjoying it. And
Yes.
the match itself, you know, I said in the group chat we had, it was exactly what it needed to be. It was just enough high impact. You know, the pace was really smooth, and it didn't need to be super fast.
They slow burned it really well. Like the build up into it, and then once it picked up. But it picked up for moments. Like, it picked up for a minute or two, and then, you know, a bit of a rest break, and then it you know, it wasn't an overly high impact, you know, overly fancy match, which Darby Allin can do. You know, he did turn on that speed when he needed to, but it was more of it was an old school, it was a match, you know, a little bit more high flying, but more of an old school mat based, high impact moves, big moments.
He's got the big gold belt. Now tell me.
Talk about old X.
Now tell me this: did you guys see the video where they did the nods to the Bret Hart 1-2-3 Kid match?
Absolutely. While I was watching it.
I think you did, actually. I think you did.
Wait a minute. Refresh my memory.
So you remember that? Remember
They
that bit?
Bret
Sorry, go
Hart.
ahead.
Okay, the first spot where arm drag, CM Punk did the tumble and then did the.
Okay.
There was a couple other spots, and Sean Walker was like, "Hey guys, thank you very much."
Yeah. If you go to the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box discussion group, I think Chris Austin, I think that might have been him or you, Vanek. I'm not sure. Somebody posted that video. So go in there and find it. It's really cool, and they actually hit those spots pretty dead on. So
yeah, you gotta tip the hat to them, Matt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, I mean, that's the whole making wrestling fun thing, making it, and wrestling fans love two things more than anything else. Surprise, nostalgia.
abso-freaking-lutely.
Catch us off guard, remind us of our past.
Did you guys see any ring rust on CM Punk?
Yeah,
A little bit.
he wasn't quite as smooth, he wasn't quite as nimble, and of course, like we all agreed on, you watched him calling his whole match.
Yeah, considering he didn't get in the ring before the match, I thought he was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
No doubt. But you asked for an honest assessment. Did I see any ring rust?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my introduction to CM Punk. And I was told this guy's the best in the world. I would think it's a joking gimmick. It was a good match. Would you say that was a match deserving of the best in the world?
No.
And that's my point. And I'm with you. It was what it needed to be. We didn't need to see Punk go fucking 40 minutes with Omega.
Is he gonna get here as he goes? Fucking A, he will.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to that. Like, as Punk is one of my absolute favorite pro wrestlers ever, as you hear every other week when we talk about wrestling. I'm really excited for this. I know he has between 12 and 15 matches on his contract per year, so there could be a lot of cool things that he does in AEW.
Yeah, he mentioned it. He's got a bump card, and he's very, very aware of that bump card. And I basically has a very bad neck. Is like, hey, you need to be careful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well, dude, he bowed out because of the schedule. The schedule was the biggest thing.
I bet you $5 he's just setting them. He's setting him in April up for retirement. You know what I mean?
No doubt, and giving back while he can, while it matters. Because with AEW, I think he sees a new company that's something he can believe in. What?
Vanek just saw something. Oh, okay. What? What was so crazy?
I just got tweeted by Conrad.
Well, what'd you ask him?
It's a financial question. I enjoy being a Conrad.
Well, sure.
That's fair. I can relate. He's retweeted a lot of my comments.
I asked him a question about my student loans, and he answered. And you know how big of a fan I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm wrapping up the CM Punk match. It was great. Could it have been a better match? I guess. I don't care. It was great.
Can I call our next topic?
Yeah.
Murder Grandpa, motherfucker! God!
All right, anybody who's a fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Nice. Well played, Brandon.
You know, we had an American appearance by Mr. Minoru Suzuki, Mr. Murder Grandpa himself, show up.
Kazi Nina, motherfucker.
Yeah. And wrestling here from 3.5 hours away from me. And I swear to God, if you were here, I would take y'all with me. It would be a reason to go.
He's coming to California.
No, you need a ride. He's going to be here the same weekend as Aftershock, dude. You can't go. But I think he's wrestling November 13th.
You're passing up the opportunity to see Minoru Suzuki over Metallica.
We don't know what we'll be doing. Maybe we'll decide to skip one day of Aftershock. We'll see.
My wife's over there nodding agreement on that.
If you're at Aftershock and you don't go live during the miss, both of you.
I'm going to go live just to catch Brandon's reaction.
Oh my God, I'm so pissed I don't get to see that.
Like, Brandon's going to turn into a 15-year-old boy again.
I might actually get in the pit, and I'm so, like, boy in the bubble right now.
I was going to say, then you're going to be riding home in the trunk to the hotel that night, son.
Hose me off before we get into the room.
I'm going to throw, like, the hand sanitizer in there with you and be like, bathe with this. Here's a bottle of fucking, Purell and some bleach wipes.
So Francisco Chaidez, he's actually going to GCW in 2 weeks, and he's going to go see Minoru Suzuki facing Jonathan Gresham, who is banging that hot little tart. What's her name? Jordan Grace. Thank you very much.
God, what a follow on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'd let her power bomb me through a table, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, it look like they could beat me up. My wife looks like she could power bomb me. So, like, y'all can understand my love.
From you.
Oh, dude, and she's so lean now too. Like,
yeah, there's 2 women I'm scared of. Heather is one, and your wife is another one. So
you're not scared of Jordan Grace?
No, I'm scared of Heather, and I'm scared of Jen.
There's a lady.
She just said you should be if you didn't hear that.
There's a lady sleeping upstairs, and her daughter's down the hall, and I'm telling those girls would murder all 3 of us just like that.
I'm only scared of your wife. I'm not scared of her daughter.
Live with her daughter now. I'm telling you right now, it's not fun.
Yeah, but she'll murder you.
Please take that back. I love you more than anything in the world, stepdaughter.
So, yeah, Minoru Suzuki came in and confronted Jon Moxley, which means they're having a match right now if you're on the Pacific, on AEW Dynamite. So I got that shit DVR'd. I'm going to go watch that right after this.
I hate you so much for not watching Dynamite already because there's so much to talk about.
Oh, my God.
You East Coast people.
I'm not an East Coast people. I just have Hulu.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, I will watch that match after we get off the air here.
Watch the whole episode.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I may need to, pull y'all on the race stream and talk about it.
Yeah. We're doing 2 wrestling shows a week. One on ours, one on Vanek's.
I haven't done a podcast all week.
Wow. Are you okay?
Yeah. Not really. When we go to post-production, I'll tell you what's going on.
Sounds good. All right, so back into the pay-per-view real quick. So the key note to AEW's All Out pay-per-view is surprise! We got a lot of surprises. So, Minoru Suzuki was a big surprise. And the thing that surprised me the most was the fact that
probably big.
Well, hold on. I'm still on Minoru Suzuki. 1 second.
He's building.
I'm building. Yeah.
Minoru Suzuki was the biggest surprise because you did not see that coming.
Not at all.
One bit.
Not at all.
But
I was kind of
surprised that like the crowd knew his theme song like very well.
Seriously?
Very well.
Seriously, you were surprised. You were surprised that a bunch of wrestling marks who just spent hell of money to go see AEW, where most of the roster made their names in New Japan, are
All
seriously?
right. You prove a good point. Fair enough. But
Hated wrestling fan knows.
yeah.
Well, my point is, like, look how hard they reacted for Nick Gage. You're gonna tell me that you think they know Nick Gage better than they know Minoru Suzuki?
No.
Here's a spoiler. You're going to be disappointed on the theme song when you watch Dynamite.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Dude, me and my wife we'll talk about it when Brandon's not here or after Brandon. We'll talk about it tomorrow night after Brandon has watched it so he can be mad too.
All right. So, anyways, the very first surprise we got at the night was Andy Williams, the Butcher from Butcher and the Blade, came back. Okay, that was a small, tiny, itty-bitty surprise. That came back. That it was on.
Was that during the buy-in?
What?
Was that during the buy-in? Okay, I didn't see the buy-in.
Not even counting.
Yeah, it was just, it was a 10-man tag. It was the Best Friends and Jurassic Express versus the Hardy Family Office, which is a whole bunch of different people.
I don't like the Hardy Family Office. I cannot stand. I saw a little. Well, actually, I listen to Busted Open every morning, and I heard Malachi Black talking Abaddon and Butcher and Blade as a faction for fucking the House of Black, and I think that's what I've heard all week.
Oh, I love me some Abaddon. Oof.
Pretty tight. She looks like Martina.
Oh, don't
my
say
God.
that.
No, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Martina for 10 years, I could say that.
Yeah.
I don't mean it as a knock on either of them.
No, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
100%.
So, yeah, that happened. Dude, and then, we had there's a lot to talk about. I mean, I'm trying to avoid going match by match, but we had Satoshi Kojima versus John Moxley in a very New Japan style match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is where Murder Grandpa came in.
You could tell Mox did the honors and let Kojima call that match, and I think that's very respectful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the first time they've wrestled in the last 6 months. Like,
No.
they did it in New Japan in LA. And I mean, it was cool to see again. You can't not have Moxley on the card.
Yeah.
And that's something we'll talk about later about how AEW has done such a good job of making people important.
And let's
that's
talk
tough.
about important, and let's bring up our next surprise. We had the Casino Battle Royale with all the ladies, and the Joker card was none other than Ruby Riott. You remember her? She is now being called Ruby Soho with the Rancid theme song and all, baby. What'd you guys think about that?
Dave's gonna hate on this shit, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Bobby Hart lit her up because of some shit in post. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I think she was misused in WWE. I thought she should have got a run. Lars Fredrickson called her up and said, "Hey, you should call yourself Ruby Soho." And I love that. I love that she has patches on her fucking vest. I love everything about it. Now let's dig into this.
I don't have a lot to say on the matter. Like, I understand that what a lot of people felt she should have. I don't think she was on that level. Straight up, still don't. And I think you're going to see that she goes up against these other women who are on that level. However, she's a good name. She's a great look. And also the ever-present. Dude, I could be fucking wrong. Straight up, I admit that. Like, and also my opinion doesn't necessarily reflect who's going to be a star. You know what I mean? Other people, there are bigger people.
I think
What?
let's wait and see with her.
Right.
Well, and that's smart card.
Yeah.
And I think she's in the right place where she needs to be, because what WWE does all the time is they have wrestlers who don't wrestle. They get a bunch of people, and they're basically feeder fish. That's what the Riot Squad was. They were feeder fish. They were nice.
Yeah.
They were nice looks.
That's what they turned into.
Yeah.
Mostly after she got hurt, though.
I guarantee you, when Liv Morgan's contract's up, they'll be a tag team again.
And I'm for it.
And once we get to the end of this conversation, I have some things to talk about my favorite wrestler who's still in WWE.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ruby Soho ended up winning the Casino Battle Royale, so she's going to go up against Britt Baker.
I will be so mad if she dethrones Britt Baker straight away.
I don't think she will, honestly. I'm starting to get on I'm starting to get on the Baker train.
What was that, Mike?
Did you watch any of the press scrums that I sent you guys?
No.
I watched Adam Cole's and CM Punk's.
All right, it's the Ruby Soho press scrum, which is available on YouTube. Just all out press scrums, and there's a bunch of different videos that popped up. There's one with all of them on it. Ruby Soho mentioned that since she's been on national television, which includes her running Impact, which I'll talk to you guys about later, she's never won a title. And she made a big deal about it, about wanting to win a title. So I think she might pull it off for a minute, and then she loses to Britt again, and Britt becomes the first 2-time winning champion.
Okay, I mean, if Kenny Omega could be beaten, then yeah, Britt could be beaten too.
Speaking of Britt Baker, oh my God, you have to watch fucking Dynamite with the Adam Cole fucking part.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, let's talk about that real quick. What do you guys think of the Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus Chris Statlander, who is a nice snack herself?
Britt Baker can't do wrong in my ass.
Wow. It was two of their best. Like, the only maybe arguable would be like Hikaru Shida. Other than that, and Nyla Rose is up there too.
I thought I'm gonna have to agree with Bobby Hart on this one. I thought that was Statlander. I thought Statlander was great, and then she proved her not readiness in that match.
Yeah.
I think she needs her on TV before she can win a big match like that.
I think she needs more big moments like that to be in before she wins them.
She fucked up a lot. And, I'm not going to call it out because I'm not a worker, but my trainer did. And I'm just going to say this right now. I can see what he was saying, and she wrestled a pretty sloppy match.
Yeah. But even for a sloppy match, it wasn't a bad match. Britt Baker won, of course. Yeah.
It's aim to beat her.
What's that?
It's going to take a name for her to lose that belt.
Yeah, it's going to take an organic. Someone's going to have to really shine. Otherwise, she's the fucking Ric Flair of women's wrestling in
Thunder
AEW.
Rosa.
Like, she's that nasty cheater. She'll
Thunder
always
Rosa.
win.
It's either going to be Thunder Rosa or Ruby Soho that beats her.
Yeah, those are the only two I can see. I want to see that Britt Baker Clarissa Jade match though.
By the way, I have an autographed Thunder Rosa picture for you, Davey.
Ooh.
Thank you.
You know, speaking of autographs, I mean, what about Jericho and MJF? They wrapped up their feud. Do you think?
Oh, my God, what a fucking great match that was.
Such an old school match.
Yeah.
Everything about it
reminded me of you know, Monday Night Jericho. You know what I mean? Not Nitro Jericho, but those first couple of months of him coming trying to prove himself in WWE. Bit of a gut, great shape for being a fucking 50-year-old man, but bit of a beer gut. But that lion salt he fucking pulled off all the way across the fucking ring.
The flying code breaker, like
yeah. He's playing, dude. He's playing here in a couple days. The VIP sold out, and the show sold out. There's a waiting list, dude. I'm not even gonna try. The next time they through, because Fosse does come through here a lot, I'm gonna try to go. But that show sold out in 45 seconds.
I believe it, man. Jericho has worked his ass off for everything he has. So, legitimate living legend, and he proved that, man. He won the feud. He won the match.
One second. I need to steal the floor for a second. Seven Curitan, man. Cheers. Thank you for being here tonight, brother. I'm with you.
What up, Seven?
Oh, what's up, Seven? Oh, I just saw that.
Sorry, when Seven asks me a favor, I do it. He asked me to say cheers, and I was like, psh. "Oh, I'm sorry. Cheers, Mo."
Please tell your half I said hi.
I'm sorry. I thought it was cheers. Cheers, me. Cheers, Mo.
Big fan of his whole family.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome. Yeah, man. Wrapped the feud. MJF is going to be a big star. He is so young. He has such a awesome career ahead of him. So I can't wait to see what he does in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Match.
What?
We skipped a match.
No, we're just kind of bouncing around.
We're not running the whole card.
Okay. Well,
you were the one that requested a shorter show.
Yeah, I know, but I'm into it now. I just want to say this. While we were chatting, we mentioned quite a few times, probably about this guy's going to be a future world champion.
Right.
At all those guys we mentioned, the first one that's going to be a future world champion, Miro. Miro will be a world champion next year.
Ooh. And they had, honestly, they had the weakest match on the card. I like Eddie Kingston. I love Miro, but
it was a great opening match. And when they stood face to face to each other, you know, it died down a little bit, but that was a big fight feel when they opened the show. You know what I mean? Those two guys standing cross.
It's a good
Eddie showed his ass. Miro showed why they hired him.
Well, I think you're right. Eddie's just not up to that level that most of those guys are. Straight up. He's the personality.
Yeah.
He's the believable, scrappy, everyman personality without the athleticism that a lot of other people have. And don't get me wrong, he's far more athletic than I am. Definitely better at it than I am. But Eddie Kingston is a solid wrestler, but he still freezes under the big lights. A little bit. A little bit.
He calls a great match on Dark Elevation.
Okay.
All right. So, but yeah, I mean, kind of the weakest match on the card, other than the Big Show and QT Marshall, which was just 5 minutes of just bullshit.
Right. Well, it was time to bring everybody down a little bit from the big moments that they just had. You know, you always got to give it that time to breathe before you uncork the bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I would T. Marshall right now. Fuck that guy.
He's doing his job,
Yep. Hey,
But
all right, so let's start wrapping up by talking about the big moments here. So number one big moment, Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers.
best tag team match I've ever seen in AEW.
I'm not going to agree with that, though the best tag team match I've ever seen in AEW did involve the Bucks and the Lucha Brothers. I thought their ladder match was better.
Damn.
Man, they put it all on the fucking line. And that night with the fucking thumbtacks in it, did you see Penta's face when he... Oh, God. Penta...
Dude, no, it was insanity.
That's gone.
It was good, man. The thumbtacks on the shoe, the tag team moves, the climbing of the cage anticipations, like, dude. And then that leap from Phoenix. Oh my God! From the top of the cage, apparently the cage was at least 20 feet high, from what I hear. So he must have jumped at least 30 feet high down to that canvas.
Yeah, he didn't just bail off it.
So that is a match. That is a tag team match that wrestling fans will talk about for a long time. No doubt. So, with that being said, Lucha Brothers winning was the right idea. Their new.
Hang on. Mike Vanek, acknowledge 7.
What up, 7?
He's just saying, show love and respect.
Nothing but love, brother. Tell your better half I said hi.
Damn right.
That's why I like this.
All right, so let's get to the main event here. This is where all the other cool things happen. So Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. You know, I've seen Christian when he was in Impact. I watch a lot of his stuff, and that's where he did his best work. Yeah, Edge and Christian, sure. But as a single star, his shit in Impact was awesome.
Awesome.
Not to mention
one of the few times I
big
watched
world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and honestly, I love Edge, but I've always been a Christian guy. So,
Christian's a better technical wrestler.
Right.
Depends on what Edge and Christian you're talking about.
No, I mean I've heard countless people say that Christian may be the best pure wrestler in the business. Several.
I was talking about twistedmusic.net.
Oh, no, not that Edge.
What?
Sorry.
And
I was saying, no, that's 209 shit.
Yeah, there was Edge and Christian on that crew. I worked for both of them.
There, we had a news zine writer down here, and their names were Edge and Christian.
Get out of here. But dude, okay, so a lot of people that I'm seeing online are just like, why is Christian in the spot that he's in? Well, why not?
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
If it's Kenny Omega is running around doing his belt collector thing, and he's back to doing that whole I can wrestle anybody moment. I can beat anybody moment. And why not Christian Cage, who we don't know how much he has left in the tank. They've played a good. They've made him important. They've done a good job telling the story of him. Why not? I'm with you on this one, 100%, Brandon. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, and he became the Impact World Champion once again by beating Kenny Omega on Dynamite. So, put him in a main event match on All Out. It was a good match.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
It honestly, the only thing that kept it from being just a classic was the anticipation of things to come afterwards.
Because everybody thought it was coming.
Well, yeah. Like, we all knew something big was still going to happen.
It was a weird feeling, too, because, like, they didn't give a lot of mention to what could happen. They just had the main event. And then Kenny started talking after he defeated Christian.
Now, hold on. Not only did he defeat Christian, but my God, a one-winged angel off the top ropes.
I'm very surprised that that Christian did that spot.
Oh.
Yeah, with all his injuries and shit. Yeah, like straight up, dude. Like Kenny Omega, if you want to argue that he's not the best in the world, everybody trusts him. Yeah. Everybody lets him do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Like, and One Winged Angel off the top, that shit was horrific and badass.
So let me ask you this question. So what we're about to get to here is, you know, the group starts beating up, you know, Christian Cage, and then all of a sudden Kenny Omega starts talking on the microphone, and he drops some words, and then we get a nice little entrance.
Well, he made a reference to BTE,
yes,
which was, you know, when a certain person left that show, he died. And he's like, the only that can beat me either aren't here, or, which was a big fucking, you know, we know who's waiting in the wings. And then the other
already retired.
And then as soon as they said dead, lights go out, you know who's coming out.
Yes.
And then, you know, he comes out. They do the whole, oh, we're the elite thing.
Hold on. Slow down. Slow the fuck down. There's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack with Adam Cole coming out. First of all, the whole dead reference was gorgeous because me and Jen talked about that. The big surprise that we're going to get to, like, that was what everybody was anticipating. And my wife told each other the day before that we actually hoped instead we got Adam Cole. Also because of the fact that just like Minoru Suzuki, it wasn't advertised. The only thing that was known was that Adam Cole's contract had expired. And nobody knew anything else.
Is the women's world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he didn't say a damn thing. No. Nobody said shit. It was just his contract's expired. Nobody knows. He's in talks with WWE. There's rumors AEW, but we can't confirm anything besides that he is still talking to WWE. That's it. And so when he showed up, that was awesome. We think he's going to get in the Elite's face. What really made it special was before the lights went out, the whole place started chanting, yes, yes, yes. And then the lights went out, and it's Adam Cole. And you heard the crowd get a little deflated, just a little, because they were wrong. And then they got stoked at, well, fuck, Adam Cole's coming to the ring to challenge the Elite.
Hold on. I'm looking at my screen right here. Hey, Seven, nothing but respect, brother.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Yeah, so, like, and then Adam Cole coming out, about to take on the Elite, and then super kicks Jungle Boy, and then embraces his boys and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. The Elite is all together. Now, before we get to that next part...
Not quite!
Hey.
So let me ask you a question, though. Do you think Adam Cole is a big deal?
Yes.
Absolutely. I bet you $20 right now down the road, Adam Cole turns on Kenny Omega.
Oh God, for sure.
No doubt. Or Kenny Omega turns on Adam Cole, one or the other. But the thing about it is that is Adam Cole a big deal as far as a main, like a CM Punk? No. But he is a big deal in the fact that the wrestling matches that he is going to have with some of the people he's going to have them with are insane. The prospects are just fucking glorious. And two, as Francisco Chaidez just said in the chat, that this had a very similar feel to when Lex Luger and Rick Rude showed up unannounced, right, because their contracts just happened to expire.
I'm going to tell you this deal he signed AEW is going to, this run is what's going to put him over the top.
It could. And we'll get to the whole AEW as a whole discussion here in a moment, because we've still got a surprise you're waiting on.
Yeah, so basically, you know, Adam Cole, they all embrace, the Elite is all together, and they start taking turns and beating on people again. No, I'm sorry, I'm messing up here. So now Kenny Omega starts to talk. He's like, well, I got to do my thing and say goodnight to the people. He starts doing his shtick. And as soon as he gets that arm up in the air, a nice familiar music hits. Flight of the Valkyries. And who comes out? The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, that you know as Daniel Bryan.
I don't know him as Daniel Bryan. I know him as American fucking Dragon from Ring of
Honor. Dude. You know, he's got his cool new haircut. Like, I like it. I'm all about it, man. They bring him in as a face.
He gained 30 pounds of muscle.
What?
He gained 30 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, he looks shredded.
Fucking dude, that medium t-shirt he fucking had on gonna bust off.
No doubt. And the reaction was just what you'd expect. Like, being as the crowd got deflated a little bit, but they fucking came up again. Like I said, they got deflated by the fact that Adam Cole showed up, and then boom, the surprise they wanted, they waited for, that they thought they'd been deprived of. Boom. Like, that's nice roller coaster fucking television.
Now, yeah, and then it goes off the air as they battle off the Elite. You know, the Jungle Express and Christian and Daniel Bryan take out the Elite, and they all turn tail and run. Beautiful, send everybody home happy. But my question is, what is next for AEW? Did they just blow their wad in one pay-per-view?
No. This is.
You can go ahead and start.
This is the build-up, and I'm going to tell you this. Before All Out, everybody about Bray Wyatt. Mm-hmm. And after All Out, nobody's mentioned Bray Wyatt. And I'm just gonna go out and say it. Yesterday, somebody's contract was revealed that during COVID, they restructured my favorite wrestler's contract. In January, Kevin Steen, and I'm not even gonna say that fucking name they call him in the dub. Kevin Steen is up in January. As soon as he found out, he posted the coordinates to Mount Rushmore, which was the name of the faction of him, the Young Bucks, and Adam Cole in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
And then he deleted that shit.
Dude, if Steen joins the Elite, it's all fucking over. It's all fucking over.
Oh, no doubt.
Then, and only then, the Elite will be 100% intact.
We're still waiting on Marty Scurll.
I don't think it'll happen.
It doesn't matter until it happens. The Elite are not all intact. And we flip Gordon.
That bridge is burnt, bro.
Remains to be seen. Now, I'm with Vanek here, but always with the realistic side, the caveat. I saw a lot of people saying they shot their wad. Like, how are you going to waste 3-4 months of television in one night? There are only two reasons. Number one, just get everybody on board quick. Hey, look at all the shit we got. Look at all the shiny new toys we have to play with.
Plus, they have, in all reality, you know, they don't really publicize it a lot, but AEW has a lot of content they put out.
Yeah.
Elevation and Rampage and fucking, you know, they have some syndication shows coming out.
A video game on the way.
Yeah.
Like,
they're having, by next year, they'll have a video on demand service. Dude, I have no reason to watch WWE anymore.
That's not like don't even want to go that route yet. Like,
well,
but my point,
I'm in the same boat personally. But yeah, go ahead.
so am I. But it's beating the fucking dead horse. That's not. I don't like to talk about negative things. I like to talk about awesome things. You know,
the negative to be mentioned.
But why? Because here's the thing. I'm with you guys. Hey, hang on.
Right back.
Mike Vanek, could you stop fucking interrupting me?
I got Nick Souza.
Anyway, my point is, yes, I do think it is a build-up. We can't anticipate things that haven't. We can only anticipate what hasn't happened yet. We can't make until signs start flying. We can't have definite answers. You know, we knew CM Punk was coming, not only because it was kind of poorly kept down, but he started not promoting it as far as saying he was going to be there, but they threw all the signs there, and he started being in the public eye again. Adam Cole, beautiful surprise. Minoru Suzuki, beautiful surprise. Bryan Danielson, not only a good surprise, but it does matter because of where he came from. Kind of same with Adam Cole. Like,
well, and this is a dude that was legit in the WrestleMania main event.
Couple times.
No, a few months before.
Yeah, a few months before, and a few years ago.
Yeah, big money player right there. Whether you like him or not, you can't doubt that Bryan Danielson isn't a get, because obviously he is.
No doubt. I'm just curious if he's star-worthy in the outside the wrestling sense, because that's what AEW is trying to get to right now. They are catering to wrestling fans, but it is also about firing the biggest shots you can. Right. And in order to get into the name WWE is synonymous with professional wrestling, whether you call it professional wrestling or sports entertainment. If you say, "Hey, I'm going to a wrestling show this weekend,"
you think WWE.
It's like WWE, or are you going to WWE? Like, unless it's a wrestling fan, then they, and even most wrestling fans don't know their local promotions. Right. Even them, they'll probably be like, "Oh, you mean like WWE?" So to take the name out of the game, it's impossible. But they're starting to kind of trudge that way and make themselves the premier wrestling organization. And I don't just mean that in product, I mean that in name.
Dude, it's like WCW when they got hot, but I don't see AEW fizzing out.
I don't see that either.
Tony Khan is smarter than the average bear. The motherfucker owns and does statistics for an NFL team. He owns a Premier League football club. The guy went to his father, who's a billionaire, with a smart business plan and said, "This is what I want to do." And he's done nothing but succeed.
Agreed. Because how long can it last? I'm hoping forever. I'm on this train.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me know for a sidebar, because I have something that just popped up on my screen that needs to be mentioned.
All right.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. I mean, because we pretty much just covered it. Like, we got all the big surprises. I mean, basically, AEW's All Out was probably one of the best pay-per-views I've seen in a couple years.
So, I don't know if you guys have heard yet, and this has nothing to do with AEW. Triple H just had a heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
That was yesterday or the day before.
I just found out.
Yeah, he's okay.
Apparently, they said it's a genetic disease that he had to get taken care of.
Yeah, that's the bullshit. He had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're saying the cause of it.
Okay. I think that's, they take liberties with his baby, and then all of a sudden he's having cardiac issues. He's on his way out, guys.
Maybe, and that would be insanity. As far as AEW goes, like where I was gonna go with that is where I think they've done a really good job of everything is making multiple people important. You know, so many people matter. Moxley, you can't have a big show without Moxley. Omega, they're struggling without Adam Page a little bit, in my opinion, because and when he comes back, oh my God, that's gonna be insane.
Road for me.
You know, and that's what they're doing so much better than WWE, in my opinion, in that way.
And even their YouTube shows, if you watch in Dark, they don't announce those shows like squash matches. They announce them as their stars wrestling up-and-coming wrestlers. You can feel the important calling of the matches. It's not just, oh, this is a squash match. It's going to be over in 3 minutes. But Murder Hawk Monster is going to win. It's Murder Hawk Monster is feeling this up-and-comer, man. It's going to be an awesome match. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, like they had when they first started kind of doing AEW Dark, they had oh no, it wasn't Dark, it was Dynamite actually, where they had Kenny Omega going up against Alan Angels. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And they went like 12 minutes in a really competitive match. And of course Kenny Omega won, but it was like, wait a minute, this feels different. This is nice.
Yeah. They
It's
make it seem like everybody's good. Everybody's worthwhile. There's no, oh, this guy's going to come in here and get crushed because he's so inferior. It's, hey, man, we have the best taking on the best. You might not know this guy's name, but you will after this match.
By the way, Brandon's an asshole for not watching Dynamite tonight, because that's a whole nother conversation.
I don't have East Coast time.
We might do it tomorrow.
Just because you watch it 3 hours earlier, it still shows up at 8 o'clock for me.
I'll watch it 3 hours earlier too, just saying.
Let's have story time with Mike Vanek,
Why?
baby. Check it out. When I lived in California, JB, when did I watch wrestling? 3 hours before, because I know how to work shit. Dude, call your boy.
You had DTV. Shut the fuck up.
I have Comcast. Leave me alone.
You had DTV that your wife paid for.
No, I had Comcast, and here's a little tip. You download the app, then you go to the settings, and you switch it to East Coast time, and you can watch it 3 hours ahead on your phone. Thank you, Mike Vanek.
Oh.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Mike Vanek. You're the greatest ever, Mike Vanek. Hey, remember that guy that used to be here that was the fucking baddest motherfucker ever? What was his name? Oh, yeah, it was Mike Vanek.
All right. Well, with that being said, we talked a whole lot of bullshit for the last hour and 45 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, pardon our tardiness, pardon our absences, but we're back in the saddle again. Hopefully we got all the shit worked out. So, you know what? AEW is great. Megadeth is fine. You know, we had a hell of a week. So, with that being said, let's start wrapping it up. So, I'll tell you this, Mr. Mike Vanek, tell people where they can find you.
First of all, before we wrap things up, I have a monumental, not even monumental, spectacular,
All right.
even life-changing announcement.
I
doubt it.
Life.
Put your hands on the screen. Go ahead.
Reaching to your hand to come together. Oh my fucking God. Hold on. I gotta go get somebody. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's got to go get somebody.
What is going on?
Hey, it was your idea to have Mike Vanek this week. Usually I say it, and you're like, but he's going to be all weird and run off. And the vest is on.
Did he just join a metal club?
Hey, guys. So, coming up in a matter of days, hopefully, because I'm about to check my other Facebook Messenger, and I was told something's going to happen. The debut, the coming together of the brothers Michael David. The fucking walls are going to bleed up the walls. The hammers of hell are coming together. The monumental rivers of pain. Dude, are you ready for Raiding the Vault with Vanek and Lunchbox? It's coming. It's going to be awesome. And I know I'm going to let me down. So here in a few days, we're going to have something for you. And go check it out on Facebook. It's Raiding the Vault with Vanek and Lunchbox. It's a once a month look at the history of not only 209 metal, but NorCal metal as a whole. And you want to say something about it, David?
Hang on, I'm replying to someone in our chat real quick.
Really? You're gonna? Yeah. Okay. It's a good thing I left that bum sleeping in my closet.
Sorry. Seven was asking me to give him a call, and I was telling him I'd call him after we wrap up. But anyway, that's right. Raiding the Vault with the brothers Michael David, your old buddy Lunchbox, the Van Dog Mike Vanek, and like he said, it is a chronicling of our 20-year history of going to shows in the Central Valley, the Bay Area, South Bay, East Bay, SoCal, you name it, man. We've got all sorts of shit to show that hopefully you guys will like. And hopefully some of you guys were that band, or I played with that band, or man, I wish I would have played with that band. You know, this one was my pick, so I've compiled a list that I hope you guys will really enjoy. I hit a home run. I'm just saying, SMD.
And me and Davey had made some posts on the, and just the reach numbers are spectacular. Made some posts today. I put some pictures out. I put some videos out. And, you know, one of them got 76 fucking reaches. So just for a couple weeks, we have, not even a couple weeks, about a week and a half, we have 400 plus fucking followers without even fucking trying. So I know this is going to be cool. It's something both of us are, it's very near and dear to our heart, and I hope you guys support it. And besides that, took a week off from Sounds from the Underground. I'm going to make an announcement right here. Somebody you guys have had on your show recently, Big Steve Esquivel and I are going to be having coffee on Saturday morning, 8 o'clock Pacific time, Saturday morning, 11 o'clock here in the East Coast. Dude, we're going to do a deep fucking dive. Everything from Xanthus to Sao Paulo, Brazil's skin culture, which he just joined. Bro, a lot of people that know me know that I'm very good friends with Steve. He's my favorite musician I've ever booked.
I thought I was your favorite musician you ever booked.
Motherfucker, you're my brother.
All right, so where can they find you? 10 minutes ago.
Eat a bag of dicks, Brandon. You can find me on gunmusicradio.com. Mike Vanek Sucks on Facebook. Mike Vanek Sucks on Instagram. And Sounds from the Underground every night at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on gunmusicradio.com. By the way, thank you very much for having me on your show once again. It's a pleasure to work with you guys every day.
Yeah, my friend. Good to have you too. It's been a long time, and honestly, we've all been really, really, really busy, so we haven't really been able to connect as much as we used to. So it's good to see you, man. It looks like you're doing well. Thank you for joining tonight's episode. So make sure you go tune in to Mike Vanek Sucks and all of the cool stuff that him and Lunchbox are doing. Go check out their deep dives into history of the annals of music. So
That's right.
yeah. So
and I heard a devil giving the devil its due flyer the other day.
Wait, what?
He came across a Giving the Devil His Due flyer
Oh.
the other day from when he booked you at.
No, that was a Davey show.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man flyer.
Oh, the Brutal Innocence release.
Yes.
Yeah.
I posted that. It got a lot of views.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people remember that day. That was a hell of a night.
It was a fun night.
Hell of a night.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
But my friends, thank you for joining us. My name is Brandon the Boss Blacker, and you can find me 24/7 online, but you can find me on Instagram at The Real Brandon Blacker. Find my band Suburban Paranoia on all social media platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it. We got music there. We got music videos on YouTube. We have Never Dies, The Story, coming out semi-soon. I'm still working on the production and editing for that. Also, every once in a while, since Davey has another side gig as well, if you like video games and all that kind of things, I've been posting them every week or two on an inconsistent schedule, but if you see something pop up on your time frame that says Boss Streams, I've been playing a lot of retro games, a lot of NES games. So basically, the boss plays retro badly. So tune in, talk shit with me, and have a good time. Francisco actually joined me on a Mega Man stream I did a couple weeks ago, and it was a good time. So, so if you see that boss streams pop up, come join me. Mr. Lunchbox, where can they find you?
As usual, don't worry about me. If you're important enough, you'll find me. I'm out there. But you can find this show at Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box. Look, don't forget to join the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box Facebook discussion group, where we shitpost memes, Simpsons bullshit, and all sorts of other bullshit that you want to bullshit about all day, every day. You can find us on Instagram at Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box. You can find us on Twitter at shop_talking. Make sure you subscribe to the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box YouTube. And you can always catch us, most importantly, every Monday night live on Facebook and YouTube at Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box, or on Twitch at Devastated Media. Every Monday night, usually. Sorry, we had to do Wednesday this week. And next week we will have Andrew Holzbar from Impending Doom, Anedonia, and Obliviated.
Yeah, that's right. So,
as the producer of this show, I must say, go to TeePublic, buy a T-shirt, and go to their Venmos and their PayPals. Please support the show.
That's right. Venmo at Boss and the Box, and go ahead and send a PayPal to onlythedreamsurvives@gmail.com. So with that, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is sold out. The Aftershock Festival, October 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th at Discovery Park, being headlined by Metallica, the original Misfits, and, well, that's an old flyer. Thursday is now headlined by Faith No More, not Limp Bizkit. So, go on out. If you have tickets, be safe, stay out of my face, and let's have a good time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on Monday with Andrew Holzbard of Hostility, Impending Doom, and 19 other bands. So, good night, everybody.
And we're going to talk about all of them.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Take care, and please be safe.